Peace, family. Hey, let me show y'all something. Hold on. What's up, man? What's up with my weed heads, man? I know y'all be getting mad at me because I be having to talk my talk, but y'all gotta listen to me, man. You gotta listen to me. I got my CBD bomb right here. You feel me? I'll be with that, but y'all gotta listen to me, man. I'm trying to tell y'all something one time, man. Y'all ready to listen? Let me show y'all an alternative what you could. Shout out to my weed heads, man. You feel me? Listen, man, I used to smoke probably more than you at one point in time. You feel me? People be actually giving me a lot of weed and Delta 8 and all kind of crap all the time. This what you need is some other. This what's gonna cleanse your lungs. But listen, can I tell y'all a secret, man, of what's going on in the world? And this probably is why you confused. You know what I mean? And you like, yo, what's wrong with like weed? You gotta understand, man. I don't think you can afford weed. And I'm not talking about money. You know what I mean? Money is easy. But if you understand what's going on, I don't think you can afford weed. See, there's something going on right now called cognitive warfare. Cognitive warfare is a strategic tack to be able to control how you think. And any weakened mind, you know what I mean, is the most susceptible for it. Any weakened mind. So a mind in any weakened state during this time. You know what I mean? So like if they made a list of the easiest minds to go after, first they go after those who are in a depressed state, those who have anxiety, those who take depressants, right? They go after, of course, those who are smokers, you know what I mean, drinkers. You gotta understand, I be looking at so many things. I read military papers, right? And they got military papers on this. Shout out to my brother Cody in the building. They got military papers on this. And these military papers are giving a breakdown on how the most dangerous thing right now is how nations can control other nations' people by utilizing cognitive warfare. So what they do is your brain has the ability to change, right? You can change your identity basically by changing the way you think. But in order to do that, your brain literally, your neurons in your brain, of course we have neuroplasticity. So you can go, let's say, from Christian to Muslim or from Muslim to some spiritual atheist or something. Like your brain can change itself. But they're using that neuroplasticity against you now, right? So they're deploying things like AI and bots, right? And psyops on algorithms and social media and on your phone. And they're changing the way you think, and it changes your identity permanently. So it's not just information warfare where they control what you think by showing you what you believe, like false information. Now they're changing how you think, which means that no matter what they show you, they've changed the way you perceive it, and they can change the way you perceive yourself. So when I say about the weed, this is one of those times where, let's say maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, yeah, you can afford the weed. The internet is now alive. It talks back to you. I know y'all use ChatGPT. People are utilizing these AIs and they're deploying them all across the internet. And this AI is taking you down rabbit holes. You know what I mean? And it's changing your identity. It's changing your political structure. It's changing your spiritual ideas. It's literally changing the way you think and changing who you are. And so while you may be like, but weed is... it's not that dangerous. You have to understand the game that they playing is chemical warfare, and then it's technological warfare. And so in a moment where you actually need to be at your highest, microchip, buddy, and I ain't talking about that kind of high. You need to actually have very high level cognitive function. You understand me? So that you Cootie, the thing about the AI is they did one where they deployed them on like Reddit, and they found out that the AI was able to influence people better than actual human beings. So they got them on Twitter, they got them on Instagram, they got them on YouTube, they got them infested all throughout the internet now, right? And so it's funny because I can see it now in the way that people think. They think a lot of times that the ideas have come from them and it didn't come from you. They're literally targeting the mind of black people. Everybody read the report, not everybody, well, heard of the report on how the Russians were interfering with political elections, right? We heard these things, but we didn't really take them that serious. So the problem is like America can't do this to China. America can't do this to Russia because they can't get access to their internet. That's why they want to change TikTok, because they don't want people freely getting information, and they don't know if other countries are also manipulating that information, which can create conflict within that particular region. But within our culture, we're the most acceptable because, right, we have the highest health disparities, highest rates of depression, highest suicidal rates, highest anxiety, poverty. And so most people are lonely, and they say loneliness is equivalent to 15 cigarettes a day. Then we smoke and we drink and we take depressants. We don't believe in our will, so we over gamble. Niggas is talking about Diddy, but what is porn is just is personal cuckoldness. You alone watching another man have sex with a woman. You know what I mean? That's what Diddy was doing. I'm just saying, they've subverted the culture, demoralized you, right? And they got you alone by yourself. And when you're looking for stimulation or connection, they're controlling that connection, right? And they're turning you against yourself, and you're becoming Nagbot. And the only way to stave off these things, number one, you have to have high cognitive function, right? And you have to be hyper vigilant, because they get you when you're in a low state, not when you're in a high state. When you feel your highest, you feel like, man, I can handle this. And the person that feels like they can't be manipulated and they can't have a psyop ran on you, you're actually the easiest to manipulate it, no matter how strong your mind. Why? It's because that's when your defense system actually goes down, because you're not looking for it. You're not paranoid. You know what I mean? You're not hyper vigilant. So this is a time where we actually need to be taking things that, I get it. Most people want to smoke a blunt, they want to chill, they want to relax or something, you feel me, and vibe out. But the reality of it is you need to be, and this is why we do like Supermind, because the reality of it is that we need to be taking stimulants. Like weed is like only one of the herbs in the universe. You feel me? Weed is cool, but we have overbranded this. We overuse it. Niggas be acting like weed is Jesus. I swear. Niggas will swear by, if you told Christians that Jesus don't like weed, they'd give up Jesus before they gave up weed. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I guess I ain't a Christian no more. That's how serious weed is for a lot of people. And then a lot of people tell you they not addicted, but if you tell them to go a week without it, shit, they can't go a week without no goddamn weed. And my whole thing is, anything that you can't get rid of, it controls you. You don't control it. You know what I'm saying? You don't control it. In our culture, if you notice, like, wellness is trending. So there's wellness brands. The wellness industry is about to be going up to like an $8 trillion industry, man. It's growing and growing and growing. But it's not trending in the black community. So white people are getting together doing cold plunges and drinking adaptogens, nootropics, and they focusing on goddamn trying to live forever. And they still utilizing rappers to sell you liquor because they know that you low functioning. And a simple, low functioning, non-complex, non-conscious mind is the easiest mind to take over. Why you think every rapper got a liquor brand and all of them selling you gambling and weed? Just think about it for a second. Why? Because when they look at their analytics and they look at a black man, they say, okay, we can use you to sell your people low functioning things. Because number one, we know that you have a black centric audience. They spend the most money, liquor companies spend the most money targeting black men. Right? The most money targeting black men. You can go get you a deal for some weed or a gambling company and they will help get behind your media and push it. So the problem is the culture is full of sellouts. They don't stand for nothing but attention because they know if they get enough attention, they can convert that into more money, but they don't care what it do to you. So we talk about the statistics on how black men struggling. They got mental health issues and all. People always talk about these mental health problems, but at the same time, they will sell you something that will increase your mental health issues. It's the fakest shit on the planet Earth. Me, I'm going to stand on what I stand on. I'm not really here to make friends. And I heard John Hope Bryan say that we've mastered culture while other people master capitalism. We haven't mastered culture. We have to stop saying that. We've mastered entertainment. Culture is complexity. And then we have a low-functioning culture, not a high-functioning culture. A high-functioning culture has a complex spirituality. It has complex economics, high-functioning economics that circulate, that is intentional. Right? The music is complex and high level. But no, we get niggas with 3 syllables and turn that into a goddamn rap song. Ain't talking about shit. Why? Because we're in a period of time when nobody wants to think. And when we don't want to think, we go smoke, we go drink, we go bullshit. Bullshit and party. Nobody wants to think. So if somebody giving you some lyrics and they got you thinking, man, cut that shit off. Nobody want to hear that. Why? Your brain feels offended because your brain is stressing out because just the mere thought of having to think is giving you anxiety.